The icing on the cake has to be the appearance of President Muhammadu Buhari to present the 2016 budget to the 8th National Assembly as events wound down for the Christmas recess. Traditionally, both chambers come together in a joint plenary to receive the president, and this one was not different.
I now present the 2016 budget proposals of the federal government. Based on the assumptions I presented earlier, we have proposed a budget of 6.08 trillion naira with a revenue projection of 3.86 trillion, resulting in a deficit of 2.22 trillion naira.
These legislators had a thing or two to say about the budget.
Having make the presentation and having make our commitment that is not going to tolerate such ineptitude, and with the presentation of the Speaker and the Senate President that we will intensify on our oversight function. The set is clear now for Nigerians to reap the dividend of democracy.
This is a budget that in the history of the democracy of this country, there is no budget like this budget.
This shows that everybody is going to implement the budget. We have to be careful. And we at the National Assembly, we have oversight of the budget, and we will continue that war on corruption which the president wants.
Leading to this, the House of Representatives was during the period one loaded with activities starting with the issue of who becomes Speaker and on to who gets what committee, which some refer to as juicy. Doors soon settled, and it was down to legislative business, motions and bills getting considered, debated, argued, and referred for necessary legislative action.
We cannot keep paying out for something that we have not had value for. It is extremely important that we believe, or rather create the opportunity to deal with these people, because at the end of the day, those loans itself that we took were repatriated back to China.
It will be very wrong, in the full glare of the public now, who are crunching from this interest rate for us to sit down here as a parliament and say there's nothing we can do. Arms akimbo, let's just look. Whatever happens, happens. Nigeria is a different species of country. No, we cannot do that.
Whether for SME, even big business cannot even take the rate at 25%. They will collapse.
Part of their duties are representing their constituents, and this many did with motions on improving infrastructure in their localities.
This country is not a banana republic. That self should be revoked. Because as far as we are concerned, there is something that is inimical about the sale of Nitel. I mean, if people are talking about asset stripping, then it's something that we have to look seriously into it.
A situation where we are talking about 90,000 policemen being killed, when the total policemen we have in the country is about 350,000. So if you say 90,000, you're talking about one quarter or 1/5 of the entire policemen in Nigeria. It is very, very unfortunate. In the sense that where reports are made to police divisions, in most cases, the response is either no or there is no response at all. At the end of it all, for the purpose the report may have been made, you will not get results.
So the question is that the bill be now read a second time. Those in favor of the motion say aye. Those against it say nay. The ayes have it.
Several bills bordering on security, financial crimes, oil and gas, and so many others were passed. But depending on what men is sake, some will say the bills on establishment of a Northeast Development Commission and the medium-term expenditure framework were by far the most prominent.
I rise to move that a bill for an act to establish the Northeast Development Commission charged with the responsibility, among other things, to receive and manage funds from allocation from the consolidated account of the Federation and international donors for the settlement, rehabilitation and reconstruction of roads, houses, business premises of victims of insurgency.
For obvious reasons, the MTEF is a bill that outlines government spending pattern for the next 3 years, and the Boko Haram scourge in the northeast necessitates the rebuilding of towns and villages ravaged by insurgency and reclaimed by the Nigerian military.
The amendment will now be that the federal government should, as a matter of urgency, vigorously pursue in the diversification of the economy.
The recommendation 7 deals with the TSA, Treasury Single Account. We were all here when the medium-term expenditure framework was presented to the House. And nowhere in the body of that document was the issue of TSA introduced. So I don't know why the committee has now brought in the issue of TSA or something that was never introduced or discussed. They're not even asking for our approval for TSA.
Recommendation 8, carried. Recommendation 9. Recommendation 9, carried. Recommendation 10, carried. Recommendation 11, carried. Recommendation 12, Minority Leader.
There are, however, many who have neither moved a motion or seconded any. But as they go on their Christmas break, the expectation is that they will further relate with the people who sent them to Abuja on what better ways to improve their lot. Jamila Fegwa, Core TV News, Abuja.